What about my friends? I'm back with another video reviewing Seiya, the Asgard arc of Saint Seiya. Yep, just one more arc to go for the Hades chapter. I can't wait. And the next arc is not going to be super long. After all, this arc, the Asgard arc, goes on chapters from episodes 74 to 99. So that means the last arc of the main anime, Poseidon, goes with episodes 100 to 114. Because I assume how many episodes there are, 114. So yeah, 15 episodes. I'm going to still watch her across the day. But a little later though. Easy to do it that way. So I can remember perfectly after that. I can't wait to finish the main anime. They can move on to the Hades chapter. Anyway, something I did mention last time is that episode 73 was the last time we will hear the opening Pegasus Fantasy. Because second opening comes around episode 74 with a big change. Soldier Dream, which is just as catchy. But I think I prefer the first opening better. Soldier Dream must be really popular because it came back about a few years later. After all, say about from 1986 to 1989. I think. Or was it 1988? I can't remember the exact year it ended in. You have to look that up. Yeah, it's no doubt Seiya is one of the most popular Shonen Jump anime out there. So, yeah, let's begin. Because everything that happens in this arc is going to set up the next arc. Now, if convenient. Now, something that wondering, what was the whole point of this? Whose idea in the anime was it to create the Spiller arc? Because Saint Seiya is focused on Greek mythology, but many of you nerds out there, or brainiacs, whatever you want to be called, know that Asgard is part of Norse mythology. You don't get it? There's like Thor, Odin, Loki. See, think of the Marvel superhero with his think of characters in Thor's comics in Marvel. All the names are real mythology. So that means DC can make their own Thor. Which actually might not be a bad idea. They could make their own Thor with a different person, you know? Inheriting the power of the legend. It's not a bad idea. Why don't DC do their own Thor? But make sure they don't confuse it with the Marvel Thor. Like, I think the DC Thor should be like a black guy. Great representation, no? African American. Because there's a lot of racist people in his town. He's a lot of racism. So, one day he finds... By the way, he's a smart kid. He likes to study. One day he found a magical hammer. By reading the incantations, he transforms into the new Thor. That's an idea. So, sorry about that. This is pretty long arc, which is my best to simplify it. That's great storytelling and shows how much a character has developed since. So my arc starts out with with Asgard being the north and south. Being somewhere in the Arctic, where the leader of the group named Hilda. Shitty people know they're placed here for a reason. They don't despise it. They do it gladly. So, but wait, Hilda hears a mysterious voice. Tells her that she could use her Asgardian warriors to take over the world sanctuary. Now this mysterious voice is not identified until very later in the arc. Keep it a good mystery. I like that. Keep to be wondering who did this. I really like that it took that long to reveal instead of showing the villain straight away. I like that. Builds up the suspense and gets you excited for the next arc. Of course, Hilda is a good person. She's a kind-hearted one. She refuses, but if this mysterious person uses the ocean to some forces her to do it, controlling her mind with a special little ring. Then back at Sanctuary, the Toro Saint, the one Seiya fought, the first saint, the first golden saint again faced in the during the 12 temples. I forgot to mention, it's more like the 12 temples type of thing. Our main saints battle through different kinds of saints to save Athena. For a different reason this time. And I like it's not just a rehash, they make something unique impression out of it. So the Toro Saint is attacked from behind and repeated easily. And he's one of the strongest Gold Saints out there. He's the only Gold Saint we've seen for now. Anyway, cut back to the Seiya mentioned, that's being rebuilt. Sometime has passed since the events of Sanctuary. Most likely a couple hours, I think. I don't know, maybe a few days. After all, our heroes were very exhausted after that battle. Which I say was one of my brilliant arcs out there. The long runtime of each arc, the arc being super long, really works well for the story. As your suspense into the battling in each round of the Gold Saints. That makes it very worthy. Alright, just then. She's with Kiki, Tatsuya, and the other Bronze Saints. This is the only appearance in the arc. You see appeared again. I mean, they really didn't do much. Like, don't really get attached to them. They just throw out the window for a couple and give an excuse that they were training for preparing for the Battle of Sanctuary. Make an excuse. We've clearly seen more of them before the training. Really nice to see them before they train more. See the reaction to Iki joining the team. And the events of the Steel Saints. Who are still absent? Where the hell are they? What was the whole point? Like, they're thrown at the window now. The Steel Saints were in the eye catchers all the time. They appeared up until the Sanctuary arc. Which is bullcrap. What was the whole point of introducing them? We don't even get the bloody fight. Like, you have a few battles, but that's it. That's really pisses me off a bit. How they just thrown away so easily. Not even give them some proper send-offs or sacrifice. Because that's the show's problem. It focuses on all the main characters, but side characters are thrown out the window. We don't get tied to bumblegum. Like the other Bronze Saints just disappear after the Galaxian Wars arc, and as I said, the excuse was they were training. I mean, it'd been nice for them to help out the Saints once in a while. No, they're pretty useless. That's my opinion. Enough about that. Anyway, Sayori is attacked by a man claiming to be a warrior of Asgard. A god warrior. They keep explaining it. They're not called saints, by the way. But I'm gonna call them Saints of Asgard. The God Saints. That's what I'm gonna call them. It's easier just to say, because they basically are type of saints. I get it though, because Norse mythology and Greek mythology are different. So I can call it class without and call them Saint and call the armors class. Yeah, keep it simple, okay? Anyway, this guy takes it away, but in the nick of time, Shun and Seiya show up to save her wearing brand new cloths. Yep, they got new looks. That's the reason they're absent for a bit. It'd be interesting to have the first episode recover in the hospital. It'd be interesting to have them see them recover. Anyway, we got to bring back their class. We get a flashback sequence of detail of how it happened, so a little bit later in the arc. Despite this guy's struggle, Shiryu, Iki, and Hyuga show up as well. This guy shows how strong he is. At least for now. We're going to think about what to do. He has to do his own lone wolf thing. Hyuga decides to go do some recon in Asgard, while Shiryu goes back to Wulong Peaks to get information about from his master. Anyway, next episode takes place sometime after that. We see Hyuga with a girl. Oh yeah, I like the new cast, but after watching watching 73 episodes, I think I prefer the old class. I don't know. It's just me. Probably just me though. Probably get used to it in time. But right now I'm more leaning towards the old class. So yeah, that's my thoughts. They got very designed. You can see them in the Saint Seiya reboot. Bad example. For some reason the Saint Seiya reboot just no reuses those cloths instead of using the old ones. Like, I'm curious to know how are they going to adapt the because obviously in the reboot the next story was supposed to be the Sanctuary arc. They attacked Athena for a crappy reason because of some prophecy. I can't help but mention the reboot. I'm sorry. Sorry. The girl Hyuga's protecting is Hilda's sister, whose name I forgot. She wants the help of Athena. Hyuga is taking her to Sayori because she knows the sister has changed. So yeah, once the other saints show up, of course Shiryu and Iki are absent. Also, because Shiryu is at Wulong Peaks right now. So it takes place sometime later. It takes a long trip for Shiryu to get to Wulong Peaks. So, yeah. That's why we have 3 out of our 5 saints. I like how this arc gets... I like how we showed Iki's growth. Well, no, about the previous class. 4 out of our 5 saints only wore helmets for their class, right? But Hyuga was the only one without a head, wears some type of headgear, which still becomes part of his second cloth. So that's the only remnants of his old cloth, but the others get headgear too, with the second cloth. And just a change. Anyway, no, I'm not really much of a fan of the cloths in the Legend of Sanctuary movie. I don't know, it's just the helmets too. They just cover the face. We don't really see the emotions expressed. I'll give a proper opinion to go see the film. Oh yeah, since Hilda's gone to the dark side, sorry for the Star Wars reference, it's up to the saints to stop her. Sayori recognized the wind, saying that the wind could take is controlled by evil. As I said, the mystery is who put on her. So the only way to destroy the wind is to get the legendary sword of Odin. The only way to get that is to collect 7 stones. The Odin stones, or gems or whatever. And they'll be used to get the sword to destroy the wind. Of course, he wants to beat the 7 the seven god saints, and they're tough. They are named after part of Norse mythology. So yeah, our saints battle their way through each one. Some of them sympathetic, some of them pure evil. There's only one that's really terrible. The others are sympathetic. I like that. And just to really feel for their deaths. Because they only fought. Because they've only followed the orders of a person really know who was kind for years. Trinity. Managed to collect 6 out of the 7 Odin stones. The final one they bow. Also, Eagle Man and Snake Seiya Anan. Shiner. Or Cobra Shiner. Marin and Shiner show up. You can see how much Shiner has developed. She's now a friend to Marin, who used to hate her. You know, she never really liked Marin before, but now she cares about her like a friend. I really like that change. And, well, after watching the reboot recently, they really rushed that change. Like, she's bad, she's wanted to kill Seiya for some reason, just because he beat Calcius. I understand that, but then her suddenly turning on the side of good, without any explanation. I'll go more detail when I watch the reboot. So yeah. They managed to face the final 12 saints. The odd saint. He realized the truth. After all, the person who is controlling him reveals himself. He's a golden saint from the sanctuary, but not the sanctuary of Athena. There's another sanctuary, the one of Poseidon. There are 4 sanctuaries, the 2 I mentioned. There's the one ruled by Hades, so that's why the evil saints in the Hades chapter, I think. And Zeus, which I think that must be a planned storyline, but got cancelled. That's most likely got cancelled for some reason. It'd be interesting to have a battle against Zeus. Saints of Zeus, always team up with them. That would be more interesting. Poseidon is the one who wants to rule over the world by destroying sanctuary. It's interesting facing a new group of gold saints from a different sanctuary. That means they probably gonna need help from the gold saints. We want to see images on next arc. One saint returns. Some reason. The crab saint, I forgot his name. The evil one who took pleasure in killing. So yeah. The final Scott saint takes him on, but ends up losing his life. He makes his leave. While Seiya is left to bow, Hilda. Yes, tried to protect him, more badly injured. Seiya, with the help of Odin's own cloth, he managed to destroy the wind, saving her. A little note, there was a time limit because Athena, Sayori, was trying to keep calm the raging ice from the ice plants from being destroyed. About losing a world Cosmo. That's why it'd be but Sayori passed out, losing the Cosmo so much. So she prayed, so Hilda prays for Odin to repent for her sins, to save Athena. And Athena is saved. She apologizes for everything she's done. But they don't blame her for what happened. It's not her fault. She's just glad to be okay. Now, I'd like to go back a bit and reimagine the flashbacks. There's no flashback of how Hyuga met Hilda's sister. And another flashback showing how the new cloths were made. The same way Shiryu revived Seiya and his cloths. I mentioned all the way back in my view of the second arc of Saint Seiya. You know? You know? But the Gold Saints use their blood to revive the class that died, giving them new looks, making them reborn again. I think that makes sense why the design changed. Because they're reborn. Stronger than ever. So I think that's a cool detail. Just like things, as things seem to be okay now, Athena is abducted by Poseidon and his gold saints. Send up the events of the next arc, causing army saints, causing the gang to go after her. In the conclusion to the main Saint Seiya anime, the Poseidon arc. I can't wait. So thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed my content, hit that thumbs up button. Want to see more? Subscribe to the channel and click on the notification bell. Stay updated all the videos that comes out in the future. And I'm really looking forward to reviewing more Saint Seiya. Maybe later I might review Hunter x Hunter, but I'm not sure. So thank you. I'll see you all next time. Kill Phoenix out.